What's up, guys? Welcome back for another one. Today we are going after the foot control section of the Pan America Special, and by doing that we're going to install three different parts here. The first thing we're going to install are these foot pegs for the passenger and the rider from SW Motech. These are the Evo footrests, fully adjustable, so you can make them higher, you can make them lower, you can pull the rubber if you need to have more grip and just have your boot on the frame. Also a wider foot pad here, and all around more handsome looking peg itself. So we'll be putting that on the rider and on the passenger. They do come with the two clevises. One has the hole for the springs, which would go in the front, and the other one has the hole in the side of it for that spring and ball bearing that flies across the room when you take these things off. So we've got one for each. We'll be putting those on. We're also going to address the brake pedal. The brake pedal's small, it's not very adjustable, and could use a big improvement. So with that, we also went with SW Motech, and this is their brake pedal extension. And it's a couple of pieces of billet that you puzzle around the existing brake pad on brake pedal, and it increases the size. So we'll take a look at that. And then also from Adventure Bike Pegs, this is a beautiful piece of billet aluminum highway pegs. And these are really unique in that you have these holes here for these extra like MX style pegs that you screw in and they protrude on each side. So if you need more grip, you can use that. But I also like that it doesn't matter if you bar, it goes vertical or horizontal to the ground. There's several ways to mount this. So we're going to put this on and improve all around foot comfort on the Pan America Special. Okay, first the fun part, removing this. Remember, there is a spring and a ball bearing underneath this, so be prepared to catch, deflect both, because if you lose that little ball, you're not going to be able to finish this. So Harley takes a different approach with these pegs. It doesn't use that C-clip anymore. It has just a pin itself, and there's a little notch here, a little button you can push in and out. So I'm going to take my screwdriver, push that in, start walking the post out, and again, this is where you got to be careful. And that's what I'm talking about. Flies out of the bottom hole. Really easy to lose. And now, like I said, you get one of each of these. This one is the passenger because, again, it has the hole for the side spring and the little ball itself. Now, the second most fun part is compressing this and getting it right back over this hole. And there you go. And now you have this mechanism on the back that can be turned around however you need. So you can have the foot peg there, or flip it around and have the foot peg that much higher up. So I think I'm going to start in that position. So really it's this piece, and then you have this cover with the bevel side's going to go in there. You line up the holes, a little bit of Loctite on the bolt, and you tighten it down. And the other part of this is also straight up, or if it's at an angle, as far as how the pegs fold, you put it at an angle on your end, so when you push it in, it's actually straight up and down. Give you this little hole plug at the bottom here, and there you go. Let's do the drivers now. Next up, driver foot pad. Same idea though, you got to find that little notch on the pin. Sometimes you got to turn the pin around to get to it. Okay. Sometimes this little pin here gets caught in between the lever. I mean, in between these arms and in between the springs. So you kind of got to like try to find it at different parts. Past it here, past the spring, past here again. Sometimes it keeps hanging up. And this is the driver's side. So you're going to put the short end of the spring in the hole here, and then you're going to try to catch that hole right there. And there you go. And the idea is the same. You set it where you need it. I believe this one's going to be right down the middle. Take the inner plate. Don't forget to Loctite. You're just going to tighten that bolt. There you go. All right, let's do the brake pedal extension. As you can see, this is a pretty short pedal. I believe you can do this with the pedal in either position. Mine is in the position where it's a little farther away. You have this bottom block here. If you notice, the top is flat, the bottom is curved. That's going to go inside the pedal. Then you're going to take the top piece here, and that's going to sit on top. And you're going to take the small bolts that they gave you. Little blue Loctite. Now you put the next plate on top here, and it lines up with the hole here. And then you take the last plate that has some sharper teeth and you line that up in there and use these little tiny screws. And there you go there. So you can see much bigger. There's a lip here. This is unstable. The pedal itself is what moves like that. So it is on nice and tight. Very grippy looking and a lot wider than what's normally there. So all we got left to do is the highway peg. All right, I have to apologize. I thought I was recording when I put this thing on, but I was not. But just wanted to kind of go over it with you. You can put it on a vertical bar or a horizontal bar, however you want. I chose to go this route. Lines up nice with the bar. It's tucked in, comes out. This is why I didn't use those little pegs, because my foot is mostly going to be up here. But if I want more grip, if I put a couple in here, that'll definitely keep my foot from sliding. But I want to try it without it first. And install is real simple. They've got 4 bolts. Just add a little Loctite, set it where you want, and tighten it down. So now we've got highway peg, brake extension, footrest, passenger footrest. All the other side is done. The only thing missing is the shift peg, and I've got something coming for that. So, but for now, all the rest of the foot controls are dialed in. Let's take it out. Let's get some impressions and see how that is against stock. All right. So I've been riding around on these for a while. If you notice, I took the rubber mount out on the rider pegs. It's real easy to do too. Little bolt right here. You take that bolt out and the rubber thing just pops right off. And I did that because this outer rim is a lot more grippier than when your feet are on top of the rubber. And I'm pleased to say that they're very grippy. Didn't have any problems with vibration or anything, so happy to say they work good. I just prefer it like this, I think. Just a little more confidence inspiring. Brake pedal's been fine, no problems there. And these highway pegs have been great. I might need to tighten this bolt down a little because sometimes they have fallen on one side, so I think I just need to tighten that to get that right. But all in all, works great. It fits great. Very happy with them. So we'll just close out like that. You guys know what to do. Like and subscribe. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.